Boom. We are live, guys. What is going on? Let me get this all set up here. Give me a few minutes. Alrighty. Get my mic going. Comment below. Make sure you guys could hear me. I'm going to get this live on Instagram right now, and we can set everything up here. Let's see here. And so, guys, comment below what market you're in. I know we got some people in here, which is great. I'm really excited. This is going to be a value-packed one. It's very exciting. Let me play around here. All right, so let's get this here. All righty. Boom, boom. Okay, we should be live on Instagram now too. All right, so let's see here. We got everything going on here. So I think we're live on here too. So yeah, we are live on YouTube, Instagram, basically all the platforms right now. And I'm going to do a big Q&A, sort of maybe a coaching call, whatever you guys want. And going to help you guys out, help you guys become better real estate investors. So if you have any questions, any comments or anything, let me know. There's a link to join on the YouTube. If you want to join in and talk to me, we can connect, talk, and help you out with anything, guys, really. So we got Sean out of Sacramento. What is up, man? How's it going, guys? What is up? For you guys on Instagram, we are actually live on the YouTube channel. So the link is in the bio if you want to join in, talk, ask more questions. I'll answer questions from basically anywhere up here, and we get everything going. So Sacramento is actually a pretty cool market. I know some PPS students that are actually doing really well with probates over there, and it's a killer probate one. It's a really good one. So Sacramento is a killer market. It's great. What's up, guys? How's it going? We got some more people joining in, which is awesome. So this is kind of a dual live thing going on. Let me see here. All right, cool, man. So yeah, so Sacramento's a cool one. Get your questions coming in. I'd love to start answering them. If not, I can just talk about what other things that interest me. But basically just talking about, so this week we actually closed on another deal. And then I got another one waiting. Unfortunately, I have to wait till like July, I think beginning July 3rd, or not the 4th, the 5th. And we're closing that one. We got really cut out with a permit problem on a garage for some reason. That kind of stopped the closing, but it's going to be backed up another week. But when I sell the property, the same permit issue is going to pull up. So I'd rather wait before doing anything on that one. But yeah, so yeah, really. Yeah, so probates are actually pretty decent in Sacramento. I think there's a lot of investors over there, though. I think if you do some of the outskirts of that area, you can still do pretty well with it. All right. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. All right. Getting some people popping up in here. Get your questions going, and we can go from there. And then I got some more people popping up here throughout the hour. But yeah, comment below any questions you got. We're happy to take anything. If you guys got no questions for me, I could start talking about just random stuff that I like, you know, football, fishing, sports, really anything. But I don't want to bore you guys with that. But yeah, we got the football helmet in the back here. But yeah, so some other things that you might have some interest in here. So it looks like we got some questions here. So let me pop this up. All right, that's better. So first question here from Instagram is, how many deals should I shoot for starting out? That is an interesting question. You know, when you're starting out real estate investing, obviously, if you haven't gotten a deal yet, you know, deal number one should be your top priority, right? And I think it's pretty important to have actual realistic thoughts when starting out in real estate investing. I don't know if you're talking about investing or you're talking about flipping or wholesaling, but I'm assuming wholesaling. And so if you were wanting to get started wholesaling and you want to get some deals under your belt, I recommend the way kind of I started, which I got my first deal. Took me another month to get the next deal. And then the next month I got 2 more deals, but they were a lot smaller. So if you start just compounding it, just sort of like how you make money, you just want to just scale and scale and scale up. And if you start from maybe 1 to 2 deals and bring it up to 10 to 20, I think that's the best way you should think about it. But yeah, for your questions, how many deals should I shoot for starting out? You should shoot for as many as you can. That's kind of a random answer to that, but it is true. You guys really should focus on 1 deal at a time starting out, getting the base there. So get your acquisitions ready, get that money for wholesaling and flipping eventually. Yeah, so if you're starting out, get that base. So I'd love to get as many deals as possible for you. When you're starting out, unfortunately, the sad truth is you're going to let some deals slip by because you're not experienced on the acquisitions and the marketing route. You're probably going to lose some deals that maybe a 2-year-old investor older than you would have not. So things that you need to look out for is just building rapport, being very confident in person. That's things that most new real estate investors have problems with. And if that's something you can actually start getting on and on and on, it can help you out. But good question, man. So if you got any more questions, I'd love to help you out with that one too. But starting out in real estate, man, it's thinking about my journey and where I'm at now. It's real fun. But yeah, just don't get your expectations too crazy. But if you start out in the beginning and just get better and better and better, you should scale. That is just the benefits of the compounding effect. So let's see. What's up, guys? Oops. All right. So we got some more here. Guys, all the questions are coming from Instagram. What's going on, guys? So let's take a YouTube one. So, hey, what's up, Brian? How's it going from Jackson County? That sounds Jackson County. That Jackson, Mississippi? Comment below what that is. I think, I'm assuming it's Jackson, Mississippi, but there's plenty of Jacksons all over the country. And if you're new starting here, we're actually getting some more people in here. Comment below your questions. Love to answer them. Or there is actually a link. I don't know if you guys can see the link here. Let me see if I can actually post that link here on the YouTube for you guys to actually join the video chat. And I can talk to you face to face. It's a lot easier for me doing that. But let's see here. All right, let me get the link here. All right, so let me pull up your question real quickly. So, all right, invite, copy. Yeah, I'm bad at multitasking. Like I can't do multiple things at a time, especially this thing. But here, all right, guys. So you guys on YouTube, the link is actually on the description if you want to join in. Unfortunately, our Instagram friends can't really see that, but okay. So YouTube question here. All right, let's go. So best place to pull list to get the first deal. That's an easy one, guys. If I had to start out right from the beginning, depends on your, okay, that's a loaded question, actually. So guys over here, so his question was, where's the best place to pull a list to get your first deal? So let's say I had 500 bucks. That's a reasonable number if you want to get started, actually get a deal. I mean, I can get you a deal at $0, but it's a lot harder. But if I actually had to start from scratch, this is something. So I started in 2017. Bandit signs were the rage back then, and that's how I got a lot of deals from just bandit signs. But actually now, I wouldn't say bandit signs. Bandit signs in my market are kind of getting a little saturated. You know, code enforcement's like code enforcement's, they don't have much going on now. So it's not doing too well for them there. But if I had to start out 500 bucks, I would spend $100 on PropStream. If you go to, let me see here. Hate to plug some stuff, but if you go to listrei.com, sign up for a free trial of PropStream, which is, I think, free. Is that what a free trial is? It's free, guys, right? And I would pull 10,000 lists. And then what I do is I would actually get Zen Call, Mojo Dialer, and I would actually cold call. That's what I would do. If you had a list of 10,000, now you're going to say this, hey, Zach, Skiptracing costs money. That's what you're going to use the rest of the, okay, so you're going to spend maybe PropStream, that's that. Then you do 100 bucks on the Mojo, then you got 400 bucks for Skiptracing. You can go to truepeoplesearch.com, which is a huge nugget, guys. If you got no money and you got sweat to put into your Skiptracing, truepeoplesearch.com is the best one for free Skiptracing. pretty good service. I know a lot of newbies are actually doing it. What's up? We got someone in the video right here. I'm about to pull him up here. That is sick. I'm excited about that. Let me just finish this question off here. So do cold call. The list I'd pull from PropStream is a high equity list. That's the best for wholesaling, and that is one of my absolute favorites. So let's pull up a new guy in here. We got. What's up, bro? How's it going? You're muted.
Here we go.
Hey, man, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Doing good. Thanks.
Yeah, so let me see if I can actually pick these out. So I want people on Instagram to hear this too. But yeah, tell people about yourself.
So I've been doing real estate since 2018. I started with a vacant home, and I fixed and flipped it, and I started doing more after that. And right now I'm looking for probates, vacants, and pre-foreclosures. Yeah. And now I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Sorry.
There you go. I can hear you. What's that?
Were you the guy in Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm in Jackson County, Oregon.
Okay. And what, you need help pulling the probates over there?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. Let me see. So the one thing I didn't clarify on my last live that I did pulling people's probates with them is, depending on your county, people are literally in each county is insane. So either the county, you actually have to physically go there and pull it. If you call them and say, you're immunocompromised and you don't want to get sick or get someone else sick, sometimes the lady, she will feel bad for you and she'll actually email you the list. So let me see. So your county is Jackson County. Jackson County, Oregon. So have you done a lot of deals over there?
I've done about 15 so far.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. All right. So have you tried pulling probates over there?
I've tried online. I didn't find it like you did.
Okay. I'll just pull this up in the chat here. All right. So it's 541 area code, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Periodically are conferred. Let me share my screen.
All right. See what you see. That doesn't look like it.
Okay. Like the court records.
Okay.
So where is it? All right. So if you go to clerk of the court here.
You're in the wrong one. You're in Jackson County.
Looks like Florida.
Yeah, you're in Florida.
All right. Which one would be here? I think it. Let's see if this is.
That might be it.
State of Oregon Judicial Department. Audio copy. Case file. It should
there
be.
You go.
The real question is, do we have online access or to request copies online? Service screen. Yeah, they're going to charge you 20 cents per page on this one.
Oh, yeah?
File request may be requested through an online web form or at jackson.case file request. So that's where it would be on there. So you'd have to email this person right here and see. what I do is try to skirt around that. Is I would actually just call number here and then just ask if you can get an email to you, maybe for free, hopefully. But seems like 20 cents one, and then let me pull this up. Okay. All right, I'm back. So what they're going to do is probably try to charge you, and you're just going to pay it, and then you're going to get the docket sheet. It should come with the PRs, and then it should come with the decedents. You should get their info in there, and then just mail to it or cold call.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll give it a try.
All right, bro.
What's that?
Any more questions?
Nope.
All right. No problem, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. So we're back here on Instagram here. Sorry, gotta show you guys some love out here. But got some people going out of there, but we're still in here. So so a question from Bree, the investor, is door knocking dead right now? The answer to that is no, it's not dead. There's people door knocking like crazy. If you look actually into what's his name? This dude's up in I'm blanking on the name. Batch Leads. They just came out with a brand new door knocking app, and they're having people going out there doing well in there. I don't get paid from them, but it's a pretty cool service. They're actually just door knocking, and they're doing pretty well. It's really good for like pre-foreclosures and low equity deals. But door knocking definitely is not, it's definitely not dead. Let's see, prevent this person. No. All right, let's get rid of this screen share. So door knocking is not dead, guys. So we got some more people joining in. What's up? So next question is, it's not how many deals, how do I get to the next one? Yeah, if you're asking how to get to the next one, it's consistent marketing. It's making a list and just going at it and making a game plan for yourself. That's definitely the way you should be doing it. All right, we got some more people here. No one is driving, LOL. You just been driving for dollars. It's really not the end of the world here, but do one more Instagram and then we'll hit some more questions on YouTube here. So let's see. Bree here asked for what's my thoughts on door knocking. I've said before, I personally, it's not worth my time to do it because my time is best spent on warm sellers. That's why we got VAs and people like that actually helping people out with that, and it does pretty well for me. My best time is spent on appointments and talking to warm sellers, getting the actual deal like that. But if I had no money, I want to get things going. I think door knocking seems like a good one. You got to get a pretty targeted list, but door knocking definitely is it's a pretty good one. And then here we got last question here. I'm going to take on Instagram. Are you cold calling? If so, how many dials would you average per week? That's a funny question. I actually used to cold call 4 hours a week. No, 4 hours a day in my dorm room at the University of Florida back when I was a student there when I was like 18. But yeah, I used to dial I think it was 80 an hour. So 80 times 4, maybe 320. If that answers your question, that's what I used to do. And now I don't really pay the VAs for the cold calling. The ROI wasn't the best for there. We do a lot of ROS mailers. We just do a lot of texting, SMS stuff. But for the ROI guys, it's definitely not the best here. We got Greg Hellback. What's up, Greg? If you want to go, you go to Flip with Rick YouTube, join the StreamYard link here, and I'd love to have you on, have a chat, help some people out. But yeah, Greg's an investor in New York, I think. But I could be wrong about that. But yeah, what's up, guys? Got some more people joining here. But let's take some of the YouTube questions here. So next question here is, what's up, Cameron? How's it going? So let's see. All right. So question from Cameron here is pre-foreclosure the best to start out with? Depends on what you're trying to start out with. Are you trying to actually get cash flow with a subject to deal with no money? Or are you actually trying to start out in real estate investing? Like what is the goal here? So if I wanted to start out just being a subject to guy, I would definitely do pre-foreclosures. Pre-foreclosures are a tough one. What you have to remember with pre-foreclosures are these people are 100% in denial. They are not accepting the fact that they are basically, they're behind on payments. Especially with coronavirus, I know out here in Florida, Ron DeSantis, which is our governor, issued a executive order saying that we can't evict people till July 1st. So I don't know if that is going to affect pre-foreclosures too much, but it's going to cause a lot more pre-foreclosures in the future because everything's kind of getting pushed off to the side here. What's up, Davis? How's it going, man? All right, we got some more people on here. Sweet. So yeah, pre-foreclosures. The way I like to market pre-foreclosures is it's not really unique. I like to hit them with like a 4. I like to hit them 4 times. So basically you would have a guy door knock that. Like I've said before, door knocking. Door knocking works, guys. It's actually a really good strategy for actually getting deals with pre-foreclosures. Door knocking. Cold calling, they never answer the cold calls because they're usually used to like loan sharks or people like that calling them, credit card companies. Then I would probably hit them with an SMS, and then I used to hit them with RVMs, but in Florida, RVMs are actually illegal, so I couldn't do that. Let's see. All right. But yeah, I used to hit them with the RVMs. RVMs are illegal now, but it's really a shame, really, what they're doing here in Florida. But yeah, guys, comment below your real estate investing questions, and I would love to answer them. Or else I'm going to talk about random stuff that you don't want to hear. But what's up, guys? Thanks for joining here. Alrighty, let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So what's up, guys? What's up, Chester? How's it going? What's up, Aaron? All right, so we got another question out here. So we got, let's see. Real Charlie Brown, what's up, man? Love your name. All right, so if I get your probate system, will it be enough for me to master it? Now, honestly, that is a loaded question. What he is talking about is the priority probate system, which is basically Rick's system. I'm in it too. I make a cameo appearance, but I'm not really here to sell it for you. To really truly master probates, I'm going to tell you the blunt truth here is you're going to have to master them. You're going to have to do at least 10 probate deals, because every probate deal I've done has never been the same. There's been crazy, unique situations. I've dealt with probate properties. I had one last year. There was 5 different heirs on the property, and they all lived in different parts of the country. Now, that makes things pretty crazy, but it's something that you don't usually get taught. I mean, I've never dealt with a situation where there was 5 heirs to the property and I had to split it all. They all had to agree on a price, and I had to get the deal like that on wholesale terms, on wholesale price terms. So things like that, it's hard to teach all these crazy stuff, and there are title issues. There's a random heir that comes from Puerto Rico saying, "Hey, I need some of this property too." But the priority probate system, it basically shows you how to. I hate selling this, but I'm trying to provide value, guys, for free here. But but basically it shows you how to actually market the deals, find the deals, and how to actually market it correctly. So the deals come in, give you some scripts, how to cold call them, things like that. But to answer your question, to be honest here, to truly master probates, you're gonna have to do them. It's like saying this, like, hey, if I pay this guru 20 grand for a real estate wholesaling course, will I be a master at it? The truth is no. If I paid Michael Jordan $1 million to teach me basketball, will I be a master at it? The answer is depends. It depends how hard you're going to actually work with the system that Michael Jordan gives to you. But I'm talking about Michael Jordan. I just finished The Last Dance last night, but insane. Binge watched like 3 of them at night. But yeah, to answer your question, man, it's hard. It's hard to answer that, but to truly master it, you're going to have to put in the work. But having an actual mentor or someone to teach you it is huge into it. So that's the best answer I can actually give in that. But yeah, probates are cool. ProbateRick.com is the place to go for that one. But let's see here. Got some more people popping on the Instagram live here, guys. So I think the Instagram live only goes an hour, but for you guys on YouTube, I can go all day. I already said I'm not pulling out or pulling the stream off until I answer everyone's questions and I help them out as much as possible. So any questions you guys have, please let me know. If you guys want to hop on the link just like Brian did and talk, I'd love to talk, get some networking going on too. But let's check here. All righty. Holy moly. All right. Yeah, guys. So another question I got here, which is from Instagram. Got some more questions on YouTube too. That's sweet. I've tried different marketing strategies with no response, and I just started SMS blast and getting responses and talking with property owners, and now I'm effing excited and the wheels are moving. Wow. So yeah, dude, what marketing strategies were you doing that weren't working? So I actually had a little, I guess, eureka moment, 6 months ago when I told Rick, I'm like, we got to get in this SMS. Like we did SMS, we did well, we got a couple deals, and then we kind of left it for the direct mail. And I came back into SMS, just blasted the list that I had. I had all these paid ones from cold calling lists, and I had deals galore. The ROI, I mean, when it comes to marketing, you got to look at an arbitrage situation with the saturation. It's like how saturated is a marketing channel versus the actual motivated sellers. And it used to be where there was like nobody doing bandit signs or any sweat equity, things like that. And you could have done really well with it. But then that got saturated and then the deals weren't flowing on there. And then SMS started creeping up in RVMs and no one was doing that. And then people doing that, no motivated sellers doing that. They weren't getting hammered on the phones, and then that was able. And then I found out about 6 months ago, SMS people stopped it because it got real saturated. People pulled back. We went back into it, and it's really well. I like SMS. My costs are like what? I mean, like maybe 2 cents. Actually, it's one. I'm using Lead Chirper right now, so it's actually like 1 cent versus 32 cents to actually do a mail. Now, direct mail, I don't think I've ever lost money in the past 2 years with a direct mail campaign, but we spend a good amount of money, over 10,000 direct mails every single time. But direct mail is a lot easier because the sellers are actually going to you. You're actually not going after them, kind of like how SMS is. But yeah, dude, you are excited about SMS, man. SMS is great if you have a system in place. It depends. So like, dude, how many texts are you sending on the SMS? I'd want to know because I haven't seen results. I used to do 500 a day, 1,000. Now we're sort of at 2,000 a day, Monday through Friday. And we're really not doing Sundays or Saturdays. I've tested some out here and there, but it really hasn't working too well on the weekends. But during the daytime, Monday through Friday, we're doing really well with it. But yeah, dude, let me know how it's going there. But that's exciting, man. I love hearing great stories about that. But so let's see here. So next question here is from Nathaniel Wilson. What's up, bro? Any tips on getting your first creative deal? Okay, so quick disclaimer. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm not a lawyer. You guys should know that. You should know this on Instagram too. Even though I got a little degree back there. Dude, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to give you any advice on legally on anything. But to get your first creative deal, if honestly I'd have to go back in time and do a creative deal, it depends on the money and the budget you got. But honestly, man, if I had no money, I had to get a pre-foreclosure deal, I would get a let's start with subject to, because there's 3 actual creative deals. There's lease options, subject to, and owner financing. Owner financing and lease options are sort of the same, but subject to is kind of it's on a different path. But again, I'm not the complete expert. I have been getting into creative deals, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've only been doing it for like 6 months. So I've done those deals, but only really 6 months into it. Rick's been doing it, let me check my clock here, 17 years. So he's a bigger expert on this. But if I had to get a creative finance deal, I would definitely pull some pre-foreclosures and door knock. Now, during these COVID-19 days, things are a little different. And maybe people get a little offended if you knock on their door. Maybe you get them sick, especially if it's an older person. So we just, all right, sorry, I lost my train of thought. We just hit 11 people watching us on YouTube, which doesn't seem like a lot. That's actually a record for me on a live. I think we hit 9 with Carlos Reyes, but we hit 11, which is showing the great growth. But yeah, so I'd hit pre-foreclosures. If I had very low money, I would door knock. I'd also hit them with an SMS. I'd hit them with a cold call. I would hit pre-foreclosures like crazy. Then if I started getting some more money, I would actually start, I'd go on PropStream, go to listrei.com, and I would start pulling low equity deals and doing the same thing with those. So some of the big players in creative finance, the guys doing like 2 deals a day or a week, what they're doing is they're getting multiple people door knocking like crazy. They're hitting with cold call, SMS, all this, and they're getting a huge pipeline going like that. But yeah, I'd go to PropStream, go to low equity. I would do that. And also if I had to get lease option deals, so that was subject to, obviously, dude, Nathan, sorry, I don't know what your friends call you, but let me know what market you're in, because I got to see if you're in a judicial or non-judicial state, which kind of changes what the pitch you would make on a subject to type transaction. But it does make things different. But it's pretty cool because you can have no money down and make cash flow, and it's one of the coolest things ever. But yeah, that's how I would get my first creative deal subject to wise. Let's get into actual lease options. So that'd be a high equity deal. The way you get your first lease option deal is the way I got my first lease option deal was I didn't want to get a lease option deal. What I mean by this is I actually didn't want to get I actually didn't want to get a lease option deal, but I went to a wholesale. I'm like, that I know if I get this thing for 100, I can make 30K. And the thing on the market is worth like 140, 150-ish, more or less. And that's what the thing was worth. And I was ready. I was going. I was like 100. And, I built the rapport. The motivation really wasn't there. And the dude owned it outright. Like, he had all this equity, and he knew the thing was worth. It was really just, I kind of got set up on that wholesale appointment, and I kind of hit him with, hey, what did you need for this property? Things like that. He was like, oh, I need like 145. And the thing was worth 150 on the market. Like, dude, there's no deal in that. And basically, I tried to hit him at like, 115, maybe make 10, 15K. And he shot me down. He was like, no. And then I learned about lease options, and I actually had a huge podcast with the top lease option person in the country. That's going to come out soon. It's actually a recorded podcast, but that's in the future, guys. You got to check that one out. But when it comes to lease options, guys, so I knew I couldn't get it on that. So if I couldn't get wholesale prices, I was going to get creative terms. I was going to get wholesale terms. That's a term I learned from Leon Johnson. But I've never met him before, but he taught me a lot of cool stuff about lease options from like YouTube University. And then Rick taught me a lot of cool stuff. But I basically said, hey, what if I was able to get you $150,000? And he was like, of course. I'd love to get 150 grand for this property. That'd be insane. Because he knew 145 was just an insane price. And he was probably willing to take like 135, 140 for it. But I offered him 150. And, he told me he was going to do with the money. He was going to keep it in the bank. I told him, hey, what if you earn money on that? And I gave you that stupid price. And he was all for it. He loved it. He was like, okay, perfect, man. Let's do it. And, I got it for 150 on terms. The thing is cash flowing. And then you can basically get it for whatever period you want. 3 to 5 years is typical for a lease option. But, we'd like to do it 5 years. I've had a person, I was negotiating with this lady. I was going to get a 15-year lease option on it, but things didn't pan out. She was actually a lawyer, which the paperwork wasn't right for her, and it was just, we weren't protected too much on that. But it was literally insane, guys. But that was a fun one, man. So let's see here. So he says, all right, Nate, I've been trying to find a way to outsource door knocking, have not been lucky. Depends on your budget, bro. If you got friends, maybe you can cut them in on the deal. I know guys that do that. That's the way to outsource it. You can't really outsource it like a VA, but if you got friends, you got people on Craigslist, they might have to trust you. I don't know, Nate, if you make a lot of, like, if you do a lot of deals. So if you do a lot of deals, you can show them that, like, hey, dude, I just made 30K this week. Check this out. I can cut you in if you do blah, blah, X, Y, and Z. If that works, you got to get a whole system in, but things like that. But yeah, if you want to hop on, there's a description on the below. I'd love to talk to you, see what you do in there. But so you're in New Orleans. Yeah, you can do creative. Let me look this up real quick. Louisiana, judicial or non-judicial. So that's the only way that I think it's a little bit of a mix of both of them. Let me see here. Yeah, Louisiana is just like Florida, so I think so. Wait, pulling up a map, guys. Sorry. So yeah, Louisiana is a judicial state, so it makes it a tad harder for subject twos, but like it's not the end of the world, guys. Louisiana is a cool place. I think it's interesting. Chris Rude's on there. Chris Rude's in there, but I think he's in what, Shreveport. I think that's where they make the Tabasco hot sauce. But yeah, that's cool, guys. So let's see here. So we got another question here. Let me pop up, do some Instagram real quick. So question here is, I've been trying to do different marketing. How to use direct to mail? I can only handwrite so many letters. Wait, whoa. You're handwriting your direct mail? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So guys, yeah, the best way to do direct mail is literally go to a mail house. Go to yellowletterhq.com and go there and order mail. They'll do a handwritten font for you, and the sellers won't know the difference. It'll save you so much time that you can be using for driving for dollars. You can use it for more sweat equity type stuff, do bandit signs. Guys, are you kidding me? Please don't handwrite those letters. Please, guys, don't handwrite those letters. If you actually want to do it, go to a mail service. I think Yellow Letter HQ ranges from like 32 cents to like 40s, maybe in the 50s if you do like a low one. But it's definitely worth the time, especially if you're doing that. But direct mail, I don't know if you're talking about actually doing direct mail when it comes to, like, are you doing letters? Are you doing postcards, things like that? I don't really know. But let's see. So looks like I was paused on Instagram. Uh-oh. Yeah, so if you're doing direct mail, let me know if it is a postcard or letter. Maybe if you're doing a letter, but it's, guys, just use a mail house. That's the only answer I got. So next question is, what's the best time to do calls? Now, the two questions on this. So I'm going to answer this in multiple parts for you guys here. So we got more and more people coming on the live. I love it, guys. Again, on the description on this YouTube video, you can actually go in the video chat and talk to me. That's the easiest way to answer questions. I can connect with you, give you some gold nuggets and some gems, guys. But question, best time to do calls. So SMS wise, I always like to text in the morning, outbound. And then when I do it outbound, I do my stuff in the day. Usually I do appointments, go to deals, closings. I used to pick up checks, can't do it anymore. It used to be a good part of my day picking up checks. And then Rick kind of maybe stopped doing that. We got it wired to us because my time's more valuable than that. But it's a fun feeling getting a $30,000 check in your hand. But yeah, so I used to do that and then come back in the afternoon, maybe 2, 3 o'clock, and answer those texts. So that's SMS wise. So I believe you're talking about cold calling. And if I was actually going to cold call, the best thing to do is I usually, so 4 hours a day, I did 4 to 8. That was the time people were sort of off work and they answered it. Now on the weekends, I usually like to hit them like 9 to 11. Sometimes people are, maybe if they're hungover or something, they won't answer that. But that's the best time to do it. And then when you're actually calling, potential sellers, any part of the day really works. 9 to 5, that's been the best. I don't like, actually, depends on 9. I always ask if they're an early bird or they like things in the evening when talking to sellers. But that's the way I do it there. I'm currently pulling I'm currently pulling stacked lists from PropStream, then Skiptracing and sending out text with batch leads. Yeah, that's a good one. Batch leads is actually a really good service for texting. I've heard no complaints with it. It's a good one. And then I like batch leads. Do you recommend paint wallpaper? I don't know what you mean. Can you elaborate with that? So usually, sometimes my wholesales will actually buy it and I actually throw it back right on the market. Then something like that, I actually like repaint on the outside because it actually helps if it's like an ugly baby blue style colored property. Actually, I'll show you a picture of that guys later, but I had a disgusting house. I got like gangrene and then I repainted like a nice pretty tan. Actually helped the market value like that. I spent $2,000 on the paint, but it brought the market value up $5,000, which I'm going to say this again, it's an arbitrage type thing. You could spend $2,000, make $5,000 instantly in market value. It's really good for those flips and the wholesales. Okay, LOL. Yeah, I was handwriting by driving. Okay, so if you're doing driving for dollars leads, I mean, if I was driving for dollars, I probably just honestly, I would probably door knock. That's the way I would do it. If I would door knock the driving for dollars, obviously you would have to make sure you wear a mask if you guys are door knocking. Like I'm going to appointments. Hey, keep your political whatever on the side. If you're for masks, against masks, like I don't care. I'm wearing a mask when I'm meeting with sellers just to be on the safe side. It looks like someone tried to join on the video, got cut out. Try again on that link, guys. But yeah, if you're driving for dollars, maybe you got 20. Maybe you can do that. I like door knocking. That's the most personal and cold calling. Go trueglobalsearch.com and get the free one. Or you could actually do something like that. But let's get some questions here. Nate, what's up? All right, Lafayette. Yeah, that's where Chris Root. Chris Root is actually in Lafayette, Louisiana. He's doing really well with mobile homes there. Seems like an interesting niche. I really looked into it. Florida, in my area, there's some mobile homes, but like not crazy insane. Mobile home deals drive me literally crazy, dude. It drives me crazy. And then let me go look at the old comments here. I think I skipped some people by accident. I'm sorry, guys. And keep the questions coming on Instagram. I see some more Q&A on there. But thanks for the honest truth, brother. Dude, I can only give you the truth. I'm like George Washington. I cannot tell a lie. But yeah, the probate systems have helped people make six figures in probates before. A lot of people in the Midwest seem to do insane with it in the South. People in Sacramento do pretty well with it too. But let's go back to some older questions here. I missed my dude Sean. Sorry, bro. All right, let's see here. So question from Sean. What are your thoughts on making money with lease options? Dude, lease options are amazing. I love lease options. Lease options are one of my favorite exit strategies for deals. The reason why I love it so much is because it's going to sound cliche. You're going to hear every dude talk about it. He's going to say this. Here's the truth. You make money in the beginning. You make money in between the 5 years in cash flow. Could be 3 to 7, 10 years maybe. And then you make a big fat paycheck at the end. So that's the way I like it too. But I'm getting questions here. I'm getting distracted again, guys. But yeah, my thoughts on making money with lease options. It's a really good lease options, in my opinion, are a way to make crumbs on the wholesaling, but they're fat crumbs. So you go to a wholesale appointment, the thing doesn't work. The dude just wants too much on the property. You ask him, hey, what if I give you this price, but X, Y, and Z with the terms, and boom, you might get a lease option deal. Now, it's going to take you like maybe 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20 bad wholesale deals turn into a lease option. Again, lease options got to hit the right criteria. It's got to be high equity, things like that. But my thoughts on lease options, guys, lease options are amazing. I love lease options. They are one of my favorites here. But cool one, Sean. So Sean from Sacramento, that's cool. So another question here from, doing Instagram real quick. Personal question, where are you at for working in Asheville, Knoxville? I think, yeah, I had a property over there. Actually got it for under $10,000. Got a buyer for that already lined up. But if something doesn't work out with that one, I'll let you know. I actually got pictures of that. So yeah. Hit me up on Instagram on that one, guys. But yeah, quick question. I'm going to check out another question on here on the Instagram. But let's see. Tap a response. Yeah. Okay, no more on that one. All right. So that market's interesting. We do a lot of we're testing different markets. Tried some in Tennessee, tried some in North Carolina, tried some actually in Georgia. So we're getting deals there, but it's not as fat as the local ones I actually get here. But all right. So next question here. Let's see. I've been trying to find a way to outsource door knock. Yeah, I talked to you about that. All right. So we got George. What's up, George? Hey, does it take longer to wholesale $1 million ARV property, or do they move the same as a lower price property as long as the numbers work? Dude, here's the truth. Having a property move is exclusively dependent on one factor, in my humble opinion. And that is, how good of a cash buyers list do you have? I could literally get a deal for 10 cents on the dollar, $1 million house. So if I got a property that's worth $1 million and I got it for under contract for 100 grand, if I have no buyers, you're not going to get the deal. It's very dependent on how good of a cash buyers list you do have. But if, let's say, you have the same exact margins on a deal, different wholesaler, or do they move this? Okay, so I think what you're talking about here, George, is like, let's say the price, you just add a 0 on a market. So San Francisco versus Montgomery, Alabama. I think they should move at the same price, more or less, because when you're in San Francisco, you got a lot more bigger clients, a lot more bigger cash buyers. So if you're constantly building that cash buyers list, you should be able to do it. When you come with $1 million ARVs, it's harder to do wholesales. But usually, to answer your question there, it shouldn't take you much harder. Theoretically, if you got more zeros on a number, it's going to actually be harder to wholesale it, more or less, because, I mean, there's only a certain amount of people that will pay you $1 million for a property. But if you got a good cash buyers list and you're actually in a good area, it depends. So, yeah, George, let me know what market you're in, and I could probably answer that a little better. Or if you want to hop on the video, descriptions there. I'm in the Boston, Massachusetts market, which I think is a gold mine, looking to make a minimum of $50K on my first deal. Okay. Yeah, Boston's actually a pretty good market. You know, they don't have the best football team, but it's a good real estate market. But yeah. Oh, you can't see me, dude. I got let me see here. I got the big Dolphins helmet going on here, but yeah, man. Boston's a cool market. It's a higher price market, so it's a lot tougher. In my market, it's between, like, I can get deals for $30K, $25,000, and I can make $5,000. There's other ones in the $250s. Get some creative deals in $300. I got a very nice and diverse market here in Florida. I love it, man. But yeah, dude, $50K on the first deal. Honestly, for your first deal, man, you shouldn't have any expectations. That is the solid truth here. I would not have any expectations at all on my first deal. If I make 10K, I make 10K. If I make 2,000 my first deal, I make 2,000. I don't really think it's a big deal at all doing that. But having expectations on a first deal is not good. It's like, I'm not going to talk about it, but if you go to a date with expectations, it ain't going to be good either. It's like, just expect the unexpected when it comes to my first deal. I didn't know how much I was going to make my first deal. I made $30,000. I had no idea. If I made $2,000, I'd probably be equally happy just to get that one deal, because when you're starting out in the beginning, it's all about gaining momentum. If I can get one deal, then let's say next month I can get 1, maybe 2 deals, then 3 deals, and 4 deals, and 5 deals. Eventually you get better spreads, you become way better acquisitions. That's a really good way to get it. So let me see here. All right, let me plug in my computer real quick. Guys, don't leave real quick. Let me get a hat too. But hold on real quick. Plug her in right here. I think you guys can still hear me, but alrighty. All right, plugged it in. All right, I'm back, guys. So yeah, to plug that computer back in, and I get my hat here. But let's see here. All right, comment below your questions here. Let's see. I think I was testing green screen out. Rick just brought a green screen, so we're going to try that one out, see if we can have some fun with that. But it was getting the green on here, but didn't get the green on there. Kind of weird. But yeah, we're trying different things. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, the reason I got a green screen because we actually have to do some like more educational videos for our university, and it's better to have a white blank background so you can focus on it. That's not for YouTube or anything like that. But all right. So next question here is, whosoever handwriting letters, download the Deal Machine app. You can send out and mail and skip trace the owner and pick your own postcards on the spot. That's pretty cool. Deal Machine's actually a really cool app. I love Deal Machine. It's one of the, honestly, like, is there a better driving for dollars app out there than Deal Machine? If you can tell me, let me know. But like, I've talked to David before. David Letko, he's the CEO, founder of Deal Machine. Great dude. Nothing but good things to say about him and his company. But it's a really cool one. Again, I don't get paid from these guys, but they know. So Instagram's going to count out after an hour. But you're absolutely right. I should have expectations. But hey, shoot for the stars and land for the moon. 100%, man. Dude, if you go with the mindset you're going to get a deal, guys, you will get a deal, and it will do well for you guys. So it's definitely some expectations are needed. You want to expect to make money on a deal, right? You don't want to expect not to. But thinking you're going to make 6 figures in your first deal, buy your Lamborghini and go crazy, I mean, come on. A little crazy. But yeah, so give me some more questions on Instagram. Let's talk to some of my peeps on YouTube. Again, guys, on YouTube, man, I had no idea we're going to hit that many subscribers in, I mean, we're almost, 10 months now I've been doing this on YouTube. And I've just got started into doing lives now, which is pretty fun. I love hearing back from the audience. So you guys might not know this about the YouTube, but I post every Monday, do a podcast on Wednesday, and I used to do another video on Fridays. I had a lot of people on Instagram tell me that they'd rather me go live, answer questions, kind of do like a free coaching calls every Fridays like this. This is pretty fun. I love talking to people. Actually talked to some of my subscribers in person, and I think it's pretty cool, motivating, helping people. You guys got some questions. I'm glad I stopped some people from handwriting, but yeah. So Nate says, handwriting, man, that's killer, dude. You don't want to be doing that. It's killer. Sometimes signing your name on like a probate just goes crazy. You got like 100 probates. But all right, next question is from Brandon. Brandon says, how do you feel about text blasting in RVM? Okay, dude. Text blasting is amazing. I love text blasting. I think if you once this thing gets done and it's ready to go, it's posted and stuff like that, it's going to stay there. But check out what I say in the beginning about text blasting. Text blasting is one of my favorite, marketing services, especially that's new. Now, there's direct mail is still one of my favorites. It's definitely helped us a lot, get a lot of great deals. But text blasting is really cool. RVMs, ringless voicemails. I used to love RVMs. Got maybe a couple deals in there, and then I started seeing people in Florida. Let me cut out. All right, guys. We're about to cut off here on Instagram. I appreciate it. Join me on the YouTube. It's Flip with Rick. Actually, youtube.com/flipwithrick. Join me. Let's talk. Hop on a video. Let's have a conversation. Let's make you a better real estate investor. Thanks so, guys, for watching me on Instagram. All righty. Cool. All right, guys, you got my attention now on YouTube. I just had to get that. Trying to help people out. But okay, so how do you feel about text blasting and RVM? I already answered the text blast. So RVM is actually illegal in my state here in Florida. So it's what I mean by illegal. So it's technically not illegal, but was it Southern District of Florida? I think that's Broward County. They're hammering like Miami dudes for literally. They are, oh my gosh, they are hammering people. So basically, the law is technically RVMs are not. I'm not going to bore you here. TCPA compliant. Technically, they're not TCPA compliant, which means that they're technically not legal. But like, dude, you're not going to jail for it. They're just going to fine you. And I've seen some big wholesalers down south, like Miami And Tampa, actually, they are getting like huge fines. Like they're getting $1,000, $10,000, $50,000 fines for RVMs. And I said, it's not worth it. They're cracking down more and more and more. And it's not the best. There's actually like landmark legislation if you into that stuff, which I think it's pretty interesting stuff. But there's actually, what is it? I think a year ago, they stopped a dude for like 60 grand in Florida for it. And then they got some car guys on that, just don't like the automakers going crazy on there. But it's, oh boy, RVMs. People do really well with RVMs. They use it for like follow-up sequences. So they'll text blast 10,000, then they'll RVM that list, and they'll direct mail that list. They'll do all that stuff. I like RVMs. Cool part about RVM, so if you text, it's cool that you mix these both together, because here's the real answer with this. So text blasting, you can only hit mobile phone numbers. But if you do RVMs, you can actually hit landlines, I believe. No. Hold on. No, RVMs, my bad. I think RVMs is all mobile. Dude, I haven't done RVMs in about a year. So I don't even know anymore. Maybe you can do them from landlines with answering machines, but I believe the way RVM used to work was it went into the mobile phone number too. So I guess it is mobile. So I guess you can text it. You can text that, and then you could actually, the people that don't answer that text, you can RVM them. But yeah, dude, I'm out of the RVM game, so don't ask me any more RVM questions, because I don't know. I can give you ad copy and stuff for it, but it's can't really give you too much on there. Got some more people joining in here. If you want to join, there's actually a link in the description to join the video. Let's talk. Let's answer any questions you got. But so we got my man Brian, who actually came on. He says, Zach, what would you pay door knockers? Now, this is an interesting question. What I would pay a door knocker is, it's like how I pay cold callers, honestly. Here's the truth. They're paid directly in proportion of the value that they bring to me. So I would say you pay a door knocker, it's better to pay an employee more than less. Now, again, once you're a business owner, you own a real estate investing company, you want to, in your head, you want to think like this: I want to pay the employees less, expenses all the way down, and I want revenue to be sky high, jacked up to the moon, right? And that's cool to think about, but this seems a little like cliche. But if you pay your employees well, they will work harder for you, and the ROI is way better on that. So the number one thing, most expensive thing, especially with door knockers, cold callers, is turnover. So if you're not paying your door knocker enough, they're going to quit on you, and it's just not like they're going to quit. You're going to have to train them more, and that's time, energy, money, and then eventually it's actually cheaper to pay them more. So I pay my door knockers. I used to have door knockers here, not really in the door knocking. I really like the SMS a little more, but for door knocking, I have friends that tell me, hey, Zach, I see you're making all this money in real estate. What can I do? I'm like, door knock like 30 of these, and they just do it. But I've had people make money with door knocking. I usually pay them about 10% of the entire wholesale fee. I wouldn't give them 10% of the entire wholesale, especially if it's a big one. But I like to give them big fat margins. I get bird dogs all the time that help me out here. Shout out to some guys. I don't know if they want to be named or not in public here, but they've helped me out here in Port Saint Lucie and stuff. Give me some great deals, and they'll help me out a lot there. But yeah, 10%. I think you can push it to 15. Anything over 20 is a little much, man. Especially since you're providing the list and stuff. But if you actually get a door knocker that's pretty motivated, you obviously don't want, if you have an acquisitions guy, you don't want to be your acquisitions guy. But if you could pay your door knocker to actually, so you get door knock, usually with the door knocker, they say, hey, we provide solutions. We love to help you sell your property. I'd love to buy it. I work for a guy. Can he call you at this number? If you guys should get the door knocker to maybe warm it up and get them actually set for an appointment, and then maybe if they could actually get a contract or a deal, you'd pay them way more than that. But I'd say 10 to 15% is pretty good for that. So we got another one. Go Tigers. Oh my gosh. He's got the, I don't know what they call those in Louisiana, but it's one of those French, like Royal French, things like that, like from the Saints logo type thing. Go Tigers! But yeah, that's a fun one. I was actually in the swamp when I was a student there 2 years ago for the LSU Florida game. That was a fun one for me because they picked off Joe Burrow. But dude, you gotta get me off of football. I'm gonna start talking about football forever. So guys, get me out of there. And then LSU had their revenge last year, but we got Kyle Trask. So hopefully next year do a lot better. But it's a fun rivalry. I love it. So next question here. Comment below your real estate investing questions. I think you said here, Fleer D. Is that French, dude? I don't know French. Maybe that's the name of it. Let me look this up for you real quick. Fleer. Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. So that's what the thing's called. Thanks, man. I learned something new in here. Dude, I'm learning on this thing. You guys should be learning. Dude, I'm learning from this. This is great. So Roland says, can you break down the profit formula for pre-foreclosures? Unfortunately, Roland, I don't do that for Patriots fans. But if you are a Dolphins fan, I can help you out. But just kidding, man. But yeah, can you break down the profit formula for pre-foreclosures? I'd love to do that, man. So the profit, I'm actually going to try to see if I can do like a whiteboard thing to actually help you out here. But let me see here. All right, I'm going to share my screen here and actually help you guys out here with this. Yeah, dude, I'd love to help you out with this. Pre-foreclosures, you're definitely going to start learning from it, but let's see if I share the screen here. All right. Chrome tab, there we go. All right, so, all right, let me know you guys can see the whiteboard here, but all right. So pre-foreclosures. So you got a dude. So let's say the thing is worth, let's do easy numbers. Oh man. My handwriting's so bad. Okay. All right, dude, I'm so sorry. The thing is worth, I got a marker. So the thing is worth 100K. Let's say the thing is worth 100K on the market, right? And you're going to offer the guy terms on it. So maybe you do, maybe offer him like 105K on the deal. And he owes like he owes like 98 on the house. These are like random numbers here, all right? And all right, so he owes that on the property, and what we're going to do here is, so let me actually pull up a amortization chart for you. All right, just hold up a second. Pop it up right here. Let me an amortization chart. I'm not expecting this question, but I can actually help you out with this. So see if it shares on this one. Okay. And okay. So if, all right, cool, we're working here. So if the mortgage is at $98,000, then let's say it's at 4%. So amortization is basically how the bank works on it. And all right, so it looks like we're getting a little bit of lag here because it's taking up a lot of RAM. But all right, payments are $467. Dude, what is going on here? All right. See here, yeah. So we got a little bit of lag going on, but my handwriting, dude, my handwriting is terrible. But I'm trying to help you out best because the whiteboard's over there. But so 468 is the payment here. Let me get my calculator out here. So the profit on this. So again, I'm not really listing this correctly. If I had a YouTube channel, like if I went on the YouTube channel and I recorded a whole and it broke it down and did it well, it'd be a lot better. So this is how much the dude actually has on the mortgage. So he's paying 468. And so let's say things with 100, you offer them 105. So you basically offer them 7K to walk. These are real rough numbers, dude. Real rough numbers, guys. So you basically give them 7K to walk, and you take over these mortgage payments at 468. You can do a lot of things like this. So at 100K, let's say, for example, insurance is, let's be on the expensive side, or 150. And then let's say you're in a crazy state. Let's say, what is it? Let's say taxes are $3,000 a year, which it isn't, but you know, let's say that's the truth. And then divided by 12. Let's say you pay $220 taxes. So in total, that would be 468. So let's say you're paying, $838 would be your total payments. So that's it. And if you could actually rent the thing out for, let's say, depends if you want to do a wrap or something, you could actually sell the terms to someone. But basically, if actually, no, my bad. It's more like 800. But if you can get rents for 1,200, here's one way to make a profit on there. If you can get a renter in there at 1,200, and you got that, you got a $400 arbitrage on that. Now, 150 and 220 are a little much, but that's just worst case scenario. You would make the 400 spread. You know, obviously you got to deal with a lot of the fun stuff of being a landlord, but you would make a tiny profit on that. Or, you know, if you wanted to, go back here, you could actually sell these terms. So if I go the another way to make profit on that, which that deal actually might not work. I don't know. But if I go here, go to mortgage here, and let's say I sold those terms for things with 100 right now. Let's say I sold those terms for 115 at 7%. We'd be making 765. So 765. Oh my God. Dude, why am I so bad at handwriting? We'd make 765 on this. So if we sold those terms out, we would make basically $300 more or less. Man, my handwriting's bad. So we'd make $300 and we'd spend 7K, and we'd make $300 per month. So you'd make like 51% returns on that. Obviously, you get private money and stuff like that, but that is basically how there's, okay. So there's someone at my door there, but all right. All right, dude, sorry about that. I went on a tangent there. Let me get rid of that because my RAM's being all eaten up by this. Chrome is like a killer for like how fast your computer can be. But I think we're back here. Back? Yeah. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, dude, Chrome kills my RAM. But yeah, sorry I went on a tangent there, but that's how you would make money. Obviously, the tax would be a lot less there, so maybe you can make 400 on that. Obviously, you would have to pay maintenance and things like that. But that's the way I would do it. And that's how you actually make money on the pre-foreclosure side. You can actually sell that terms to a rent-to-own dude like that and make $300 a month spending the 7K. But yeah, dude, I hope that helped you out. Maybe if you got more questions on that, I'd like to answer them. George says, thanks, dude. I'm here to help, man. I told you, now we're getting all these questions now, and I already said I'm not getting out. It's been an hour 15 until I answer everyone's questions. So if you give me 30 more questions, I'll be here 4 hours, but I'm here to help you guys. So that's what I want to do. There's no sports on, so well, what else am I going to do Friday evenings? So All right. Sorry, I can't say her name. Abdullah Tafala. I'm butchering your name, man. I'm so sorry, dude. Please tell me how to say it right. But I'll call you Abdul for short. Hopefully, I didn't offend you there. But how to wholesale pre-foreclosures and properties with liens to wholesale. Okay. So here's something a lot of people don't know. You can actually wholesale a subject to deal to a guy like me that's willing to buy it, because you get like 50 to 60% returns on your money. I'd love to give you 2 to 3 extra K just as a finder's fee. So you can actually wholesale pre-foreclosures when it's low equity like that. Sometimes you actually have high equity with pre-foreclosures, but it depends on the pre-foreclosure. But you can actually sell something on terms. So if I got a lease option and I don't want to deal with being a landlord, I can actually sell it to a buyer like that, like me. I love to buy those types of deals, but people are really good in acquisition sides with it, or they don't know how to explain it correctly enough, so they don't do well on that side. But if you're at wholesale pre-foreclosures, that's another thing I would probably sell the subject to someone, to a buyer. But if they had a lot of equity, let's say the property had liens, and that's okay. You just get a better price, right? And you just give it to the cash buyer. That's how I would actually wholesale that one. Hopefully I answered that one. Will the live stay on? All right. So wait. This is the bottom one. I'm answering questions, but will the live stay on YouTube? Yeah, dude. Last time the live didn't, because my computer. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but my computer died on me. So yeah, but this is gonna stay live. Like, this is permanent. Whatever I'm saying here stays forever. This might scare you, but all your questions are gonna stay here forever. So they're never gonna be deleted. But yeah, man. But okay. So let's see. That's what he said. I said go Pats. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that one. All right. So REI Solution says Go Knock is better than Deal Machine. Check it out at Go Knock. Is that that's the Batch Leads one, right? Batch Leads, and I think Pace Morby's ones too, right? Is that it? Let me know, Brian. Let me know if that is actually that one. I thought Go Knocking was a door knocking app. Is it a Driving for Dollars one too? That should be pretty cool. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to help promote those guys. Those guys are great. This guy's one of my podcasts. Great people there. So, guys are killing me. Let's get these questions done, man. Let's go. I got my second wind here. So, how many door knockers do you have, and how many do they do per day, and how many deals from them? Basically, what are your KPIs with door knockers? I've already said I don't door knock too much. I used to get door knockers, not like they really weren't that good. But how many door knockers do you have? I got 2 guys basically that will door knock for me, but they like driving for dollars, so they drive for dollars for me instead, sorta. Your door knocker should drive for dollars for you, but just call me Abdul. Sweet man. All right, so how many door knockers do you have per day, and how many deals from them? Basically, what are your KPIs? So the question with driving for dollars, so the stats for driving for dollars, when I talked to David Letgo of Deal Machine, he told me that basically it takes you 1 out of 200 leads to get a deal from driving for dollars. Now, that is a lot, 1 out of 200 for driving for dollars. When it comes to door knocking, I think the stats were like maybe 1 out of 50, 1 out of 100. For me, I think I've gotten maybe 2 deals from door knocking and maybe like 50 leads. So I don't know what that is, but that I'm in a way different. Actually, I don't. You could be in my market. I have no idea. That's like what, 4%. But yeah, but that's like a year ago, man. That's like a year or 2 ago. I haven't really tracked the KPIs in the door knocking. Driving for dollars, kind of not really, but yeah, dude. What is that over there? Let me see here. Is it Niagara Falls? I have no idea, man. But that's Niagara Falls, and I guess you're in upper state New York. But yeah, that's actually a pretty good market too. People are doing pretty well in that. So I have 2 door knockers myself, and I pay them $100 per yes and $500 per deal. Huh? What's your deal margin, Brian? How are these $5,000 deals? Are they like $30,000 deals? I'd love to know, especially in Oregon. seems like Oregon's a lot higher priced, but depends if you're in maybe like a suburban place. I don't know. Let me know, man. Yeah, they're gonna stay live. Already said that. Do you sweet spot locator? Are you talking about PropStream? If so, then hold on. Wait. Do you sweet spot locator? Yes, for PropStream I do. Just call me Abdul. All right, man. All right. Could you tell me step by step to wholesale a pre-foreclosure for a beginner like me? Of course, man. I'd love to. So, step by step, wholesaling a pre-foreclosure. What you need to do. I don't know what your marketing budget is, but let's say it's maybe 1,000 to 500 range. Let me know what your market is. Comment below your market while I'm talking, so I can make it easier. The reason why I ask you is because the answer to a question like that, if you're in Los Angeles, or if you're in, Mobile, Alabama, or if you're in Wichita, Kansas, it's a lot different. But depends if you're in like a more metro populated area or not. But if you so pre-foreclosure, just roughly in a general sense, what I would say is first I would pull a pre-foreclosure list. Usually you can go to a title company and ask them, and sometimes they'll give it to you. You talk to a lot of title companies. And what I do is, if I had no money, maybe honestly, I'd probably go to listrei.com, get PropStream, and after that, I would pull pre-foreclosures there. If all the title companies said no to me, then I would go door knock on all of them. If you're a beginner, obviously that probably means you don't have too much of a marketing budget to do. Kansas City, Kansas, okay, yeah. Not a bad market at all. I'd probably do some outskirts of there for pre-foreclosures, but seems like a decent market. Maybe get the Kansas City, Missouri guys to go there and give you cash buyers too. But yeah, cool, man. But yeah, so all right. So you go to the title company, you see if they want to give it to you. If they won't, I would go to PropStream, pretty cheap, and get a free trial, listrei.com. Let me pop this up while I'm talking. And so basically what I would do from there is I would door knock, just start a conversation. A lot of these people, again, I'm going to say are in denial. They don't believe that they're actually behind on their payments. Like American culture, if all you guys know this, a lot of these places are like keeping up with the Joneses, trying to get that high life. I've had people with pre-foreclosures like still have BMWs and stuff. Like they want the status. And they like to keep their, they want to keep the car seem cool. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean you've got money or you make money. But yeah, so Abdul, yeah, you pull the list off PropStream. Yeah, pre-foreclosures, go door knock them. On PropStream, make sure the auction date isn't like this week. But yeah, so you go there, door knock, have a conversation like, hey, I actually buy houses in the area, and I was actually by the area. This seemed like an interesting house. I'd love to buy it. Were you even thinking about selling it? Things like that. Because if you go to someone and door knock, it's like, hey, I pulled public data from you from PropStream, and I'm targeting you specifically because I know you're behind on your mortgage payments and I need to buy your house and make a profit off of it. What do you think the seller's going to say? First of all, they're going to ask why you don't have a mask on, which, Abdul, please have a mask on while you're door knocking so people feel safe and feel better. Because if let's say they're freaked out over this, like, I don't want to deal with someone without a mask. Or I'm not going to say no, I'm not even going to hear you out. So that's first of all, wear a mask, Abdul. Maybe I'd probably wear gloves too, but just to make them feel safe. Not for you, just to make them feel safe, but you stay healthy too. But yeah, so let me pull this up. Okay, yeah, we still have questions pulling in. Cool. So if step by step, so go there, have the conversation. If most of the time, here's the truth, man, they're going to say, go F yourself, get out of here, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, I'm not about, what do you think, I'm behind on payments or something? No, I'm not, blah, blah, blah. And then, that's the reason I like PropStream too, is because you can actually look at the documents, look at list pendants, see if they're behind, like how long was the process, has the court filed things yet. Usually Kansas City, that seems like it's not like a crazy, it's not like Phoenix, Arizona, where there's like a lot of data there. And but it seems like there's some coronavirus cases there, so maybe the courts aren't going, proceeding from there. I don't know. But usually the courts proceed. You can see it from PropStream there, and you can go from there. But basically have the conversation. Most people are just going to say no to you. Accept it. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Usually it's going to take you probably, honestly, let's say worst case scenario, let's say you are just, you're not good at door knocking. You're going to door knock about 200 of them before you get a deal. So just think about this. Think, okay, I got to go do 200, and what is it? You get 10 grand a deal. So let's do this. Let's do some math. So 10 grand versus 200. So let's say every door knock you do, you make 50 bucks. Think about it like that. Okay, man? Think about every door knock I make, I'm going to make $50. So let me rack up my 200 and make my 10 grand. If you think about it like that, it could really help you out. And that's the way I think helping motivate you, because you're going to get stuck during this whole process. You're going to say this like, dude, I've door knocked 50. I'm not going to get this deal. You think, hey, I just made $50 more. Let's go make $50 more. What if I gave you, think about this, Abdul. Here's the last one. What if I gave you a list of 100 properties and I said, I put $50 in the mailbox, and all you got to do is drive, go knock, say, hey, where's your mailbox? And they point you to the mailbox, and you go in there, get your 50 bucks, and then you're the next one. If you think about it like that, you'd be driving and you'd be door knocking for 12 hours a day, right? You probably wouldn't sleep. You'd just be going crazy. So think about it like that with the door knocking and really help you out. Obviously, if you have a friend that could do it, you could pay him some money on there. But went on a rant there. But yeah, so you go there, have the conversation. They're going to say no all these times. But once they say maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Are you really buying these houses? I mean, my house doesn't seem like it's a candidate. You're trying to buy it, resell it. If they ask questions like that, they're like, okay, maybe you can actually get a deal here. This might work out. So if that's good, then you can go to a conversation, have a regular appointment, learn your acquisition skills, use Sandler training, stuff like that, and just learn, talk to them, have a conversation, see what they need to sell it for. See, obviously, if you're pulling this on PropStream, you probably won't have the information there if they want to do the physical appointment. And but if you go there, see how much they owe on the property. If they owe the 10K, like we hope with the pre-foreclosures, you should pull the list on PropStream like that with the right filters. Then after that, you could basically say, ask them why they want to sell it. Obviously, because you're not going to want to tell me no that it's a pre-foreclosure. You're going to play stupid. And what they're going to say there is, oh, well, I'm actually behind on payments. Now, then they'll say the truth there. But what if they tell you something like, oh, I'm just kicking it around, I don't know. Then you're going to have to build some more rapport and then just keep going until they tell you the truth there. But basically, you build it, you're going to have a contract in the car, and you're going to have a conversation, and basically you're going to give them the same pitch I said before. What if I could give you the 100 and let's say they owe the 160 and they're behind, so it's like 160 still. Like, what if I give you what if you could walk away with like 8K with the property? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. There's no way that even happened. Then you talk to them, you answer those objections, you go from there, and boom. There's actually a YouTube video how to wholesale pre-foreclosures. A lot better and more fancy, I would say, than this live. But yeah, that's how I would do it, and then get the contract, and boom, now you're stuck. You're gonna be like this. Where do I actually find a buyer for that? And that's pretty easy. You're in Kansas City, so this is why I asked you what market you were in. There's so many investors in Kansas City that would die and chomping at the bit to actually buy a subject to deal like that. Like, dude, if you get a subject to deal and it's killer, there's a crazy spread on it, dude, just DM me. I might buy it because I got people there too. And I'd probably buy something like that too. Investors, once they buy subject to deals, the profit's insane, and people would be buying it like crazy. So either DM me, bro, or you go to this coronavirus. You can actually go to the meetup, stuff like that, and go from there. But yeah, here, let me show you a quick tip here. You guys should be watching this for wholesaling too. I'm going to kill my RAM again, but whatever. Try to show my screen one more time. Alrighty. Show my screen. So quick tip. So go to like a meetup.com and just search like Kansas City real estate investor. Then let's see here. Just search real estate. See what we pop up here. All right. Real estate investor. So this is how you find cash buyers for these deals. So I would, if I keep searching here, let me try RIA real quick. Get moving, yeah. Just do real estate. Obviously, you can do Kansas City, Missouri, and go there too. But let's do. No, that's fine. So here's a quick example. I think you go here. So something like this, Kansas City real estate investors. And first of all, I'd probably go to that group. And let me see if I can find it here. So these are the attendees. I would definitely try to hit them up, network with them. See, there's a way we can pull these. It's got to be a bigger list though, actually. Share. Let's see here. All right, it's off. But basically what I do there is there's actually a little button there. I actually don't have enough. I don't have enough time to actually go in there and talk to you. But you basically go there. There's a little button, and what you can do is you can export the email list on there. So it's got to be like 1,000 people. I think you go to Kansas City, Missouri one, and actually go from there. And you can export the buyers on the real estate investor one and say, hey, bro, I'm trying to JV with you. I'm trying to get a deal from there. What can I do? And basically you can just, let's say you can just JV with the dude and find a buyer on that pre-foreclosure, and then boom, you get paid. Man, that took a lot of time answering that question, but I think it's pretty important to do that. Roland asks, what is your favorite money-making list you like to pull? Okay, so if I want to make money cash flow-wise, I would buy some subject to lists, go to PropStream, listrei.com, and then if I wanted to make some money on that list, I would do low equities, I would pull pre-foreclosures, and I would, probably text that list, maybe cold call them, and make some money there, get the appointments, and get those deals. And so, gosh, these Patriots fans are driving me crazy. Just kidding, man. But for a pre-foreclosure, you can also go to Zillow or Redfin and search this for sale by owner section, and it will show up for you all the newly listed properties. Then just contact the agent. Or yeah, that's another thing you can do. The reason why I like the PropStream is, I already have PropStream, and the second one is I can actually export a list like that pretty easily, and I can get a lot of information. So yeah, if I had no money, I couldn't even afford PropStream. That's actually a really good tip, man. That's great, dude. Dude, give me your tips. I want to hear your tips, man. That's a really good one. I knew that, but I didn't really think about that. Pull the list of default on PropStream. Good list, man. That's a good one. Mask on decks with gloves. Let's go. I love it. I love it. That's what you got to do. It's not for you, Duel. Again, it's for them to make them feel safe so they can open up the conversation so they can actually get the deal. see. That's not going to go. That's not going to go too good. I got cursed out so bad during that when I first started. Nate, are you talking about door knocking? Because honestly, when it comes to door knocking, man, I've got cursed out so many times. The issue is you could get distraught from it. Now, obviously, I'm not door knocking. It's not worth my time to door knock. Like I ain't door knocking 200 to make 10 grand or to get one subject too. But you got to think about like this, guys. If you're gonna get cursed out, I mean, I get cursed out all the time just over the phone from just angry sellers. But yeah, starting out, you're gonna get cursed out a lot. You gotta get thick skin. I got pretty thick skin, so you can curse me out all you want. Like I'm still gonna have a smile on my face, be all happy. But yeah, starting out, it could be rough if you don't have thick skin. I was thinking of cold calling because the virus in my area is big and scary. Yeah, dude, trust me, I don't want the virus. I've never gotten the virus. No, my family's gotten the virus. I don't want to get the virus at all either. But if you social distance and do the door knocking, whatever it takes to get the deal. But I think if you cold called the list, so think about this. The reason why I said door knocking, because Skiptracing could be expensive, especially if you don't use the right one. But so I'd probably cold call that list if you don't want to get the virus and try to virtually do it. I'm still going to appointments, getting deals just because that's what I got to do. I love getting deals, and I play it pretty safe. But so I would think maybe try to cold call, and then after cold calling, you maybe want to drive for dollars. Why cold call it, drive for dollars, and then go door knock when you're doing the in between of that. I watched Pace Morby's vids. He's great dude. He was on my podcast. I think it's the top podcast I had was with him. He blew my mind on there. And then Brian here says 15 to 50,000. Dude, 50,000 wholesale. That's awesome. That's amazing, man. I don't think I've had a $50,000 wholesale this year. Top one was pushed it maybe in the fours, like 40, 41,000 maybe. And that's because we're just doing a lot of wholesales right now. So I think we're coming to the end here, guys. I think the questions are fading here. So if you have any more questions, I promised you on Instagram, I said, I will not end this until every question is unanswered. So I see some more people popping up here. Dude, I can be here till 10 p.m. Give me your last questions before I sign off here, and I want to help you guys as much. You guys need to become a better real estate investor, better real estate wholesaler, better creative finance junkie, whatever you are in real estate. I didn't put this banner up. Dang it. All right. Comment below your real estate questions, and I would love to answer them and help you guys out as much as possible. But remember, guys, I'm going to give you a couple seconds here. And some questions. If not, I guess I could sign out here. But let me know. Let's see. All right, so I guess we're wrapping up here. If you had any last-minute questions to ask me, I'd love to answer them. If not, I'll be back here on next Friday, to do basically the same exact thing. And just to help you out, guys, I love that Brian came up here, talked to me on the thing. It's real exciting. But yeah, dude, just call that. You're probably going to have to pay, unfortunately. It kind of sucks to do that. But in my county, you can actually get it for free. But that's just kind of how everything rolls sometimes. But let's see. So there's the link, guys, to actually go and join me if you want to go on a video real quick. If not, let me know. I'm going to give you about 5 more minutes here, and then I will, just hop off. So just let me know here. But I'm thinking about this. Let me see. Roland's got another one. So I'm going to answer his question after this. Here's the stream. Here's the link to hop on here. I like giving these out. I like talking to people, but it's in the description below on the YouTube here. Let me check some stats on this video here, because I didn't even look at the stats. I don't know how many people. I saw it hit like 12 or 11, which is a lot for me. Let's see here. Holy moly. I that's the most comments I've ever gotten on a video. Thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. Like that's awesome. I think push some extra ones here. Let's see. All right. Wow. Holy moly. Okay. That's crazy. So, all right. So hop on if you don't, whatever. But I can answer some more questions. So Roland has got to say, try not to worry about getting cursed out. I got my first FU through SMS blast and was excited because I'm that much closer to a yes. Wholesaling is like dating. It's all a numbers game. Oh. Come on, man. You're killing me. All right. Yeah, that's true. I would say it is a numbers game. It's definitely a numbers game. That's all I could say. Getting cursed out over, I do have to admit, in everyone's defense here, getting cursed out in person is a lot different than getting cursed out over SMS. I think if I send 2,000 out a day, which I do, I probably get cursed out 20 times a day. Like, how do you curse out this face? How do you do that? Come on. But yeah, I get cursed out all the time over text. In person, only maybe once a month. And it's fine with me. I know they're just upset over something, and it's overall frustration on them. Remember, if you're getting cursed out for this real estate investing, if you're not getting cursed out, you're actually doing something very wrong, because you need to be getting cursed out in this business if you actually want to make money and do well. So let's see. Abdul says, Abdul is doing great here. Is wholesaling a property pre-foreclosure the same as property with liens, or is it difficult? Okay, so with pre-foreclosure, you do have to act with speed, sort of like how you have to do with wholesaling sometimes, if the buyer is kind of not aware that you're wholesaling it. But with liens, the unfortunate part is you might have to pull it, so the title might take longer. But I would say, think about this. So if it's got lien, I do a lot of wholesales with the lien, so that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, it really shouldn't be that difficult. It depends. Again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. First of all, I'm going to hit 2 hours on this, so like I don't even care. So that's 15 minutes. So I'm not. That's the same way I like to. Actually, I'll say this later. But so with liens, or is it difficult? It's more difficult. That's the truth. If I had a regular, clean, high equity deal and everything was real simple and easy, like everything is super simple and easy, like a high equity one where the guy owns it since 1954, that'd be easier. But with pre-foreclosures and with liens, it is more difficult. But if you have a really good buyer, it really shouldn't be an issue. You should be spending about 3 to 4 hours every single week building your cash buyers list. It's networking, going to that meetup.com, pulling the list, or just finding those people and talking to them, doing a virtual or like RIA meetings. I know guys that are just like, they don't want to go to RIA meetings because it costs $5 to attend. Dude, the networking there is so valuable for your market. I would say go on Facebook, go join one of Rick's really good friends, Alex Youngblood. He's got a great Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Full Time. That's a great one. Rick's always a recurring guest on there. So it's wholesaling a property pre-foreclosure the same. I've already read that, sorry. But yeah, it's basically the same thing. You just got to get a really good cash buyer. So, all right, we're almost 15 minutes in until I hit my 2 hours, which I'm going to do because I'm trying to provide as much value as possible. Again, guys, that's the link. So let's see. Brianna says, do you get nervous to present an offer knowing it's a low ball? I can get this answer. I love this one. Okay, good. I'm going to have to tell you a story to answer this question. I'm sorry if you don't like my stories, Brianna, but you're just going to have to listen. So I started out 17 years old, scared out of my mind on these things. I was so nervous. I was a bag boy. What kind of like negotiating experience do you have as a bag boy, right? So a lot of people get nervous presenting an offer that is perceived to be lowball. And yeah, the real truth is, you got to ask yourself some questions here. So I go in the appointment, I think about this. So especially my first appointment, you think about this. So what is the best case scenario? Okay, now I'm in the pan. what is the worst case scenario? And to think about it like this. So best case scenario, I make $15,000, $20,000. I'm assuming if you're getting nervous making a lowball offer, you probably are starting out, maybe you've done no deals, maybe 1, 2, 3 deals. So this isn't a full-time business for you yet, because you're going to be a full-time real estate wholesaler, investor doing really well. But let's say you haven't done many deals at all, and you don't really see the vision of the future here, because so best case scenario, honestly, is you make $50,000 on a wholesale deal, giving a low ball offer and they take it. You make $50,000. That's okay. That's a really good upside, right? 50K, holy moly. And so you go back, and what is the worst case scenario? Ready, Brianna? Here's the worst case scenario. No, please leave. I'm not taking that. What? Oh, actually, it'd be a lot more graphic than that. I'm not going to say some things I've heard before, but basically they say, you know, go F yourself, go out of here. You're a blank, delete. You know, and they tell you that, and get out of my dang house. I don't want to ever hear from you again. Again, I got real thick skin. I've been doing this for a while, and I've got cursed out. I say, okay, no problem. Because I think about this, I'm like, you know what? That is best worst case scenario. No big deal. Now, the real question is, what do you consider a low ball? Because remember, I've considered low ball offers. I've said offers before, and I thought it was a low ball, and they've taken it, and they've hugged me at the closing table. Pre-COVID, they've hugged me at the closing table and say, I need to get out of this situation. Thank you so much. And they take it. You know why they take it? It's because this. If you, let's say you're selling a car, and you went to, what is it, AutoZone? Not AutoZone. Where they got used car lots. But let's say you go to just like one of the Offer Max type things, AutoMax or whatever like that. And you go there and you go to a used car dealership like Advantage Ford or Ford Valley or whatever, and they sell Fords, and they say, hey, your Kelly Blue Book here is $15,000 for this nice, beautiful truck, F-150. We're going to offer you $10,000. And 90% of the time, people trade in for 10K. Why are they doing that? They can get $15,000 if they spend the year putting on the market, meeting with people in person, negotiating, and doing all this fun stuff, and putting the whole shebang on there, doing the VIN number, doing all the paperwork, doing it as difficult as possible. They just take the 10 because it's easier, it's not worth the hassle, and it's a service. And that's what you're providing as a wholesaler or a real estate investor. And you're providing a service, so quick cash sale for the service. And they should be, you're providing a solution to their issue, which is they want to get rid of the property. So providing that solution there is not bad at all. Another way to think about this, Brianna, sorry if I'm going off tangent here, but if you think about it like this, okay, let's say, for example, what would you be more nervous for? Let me ask you this question too. You're not in this video, so you can't answer it, but maybe you type in the comments, but answer this question for me. What would you be more nervous for? Let's say the thing is worth $100,000 on the market. You could sell it for $90K, okay, to a cash buyer, and you offer them $50,000 for the house. And let's say they take it at 60 and you make $30,000, which is a really good profit spread, right? So in that situation, you wouldn't be nervous at all if they took it. You'd be happy, right? Make $30,000. Awesome. What if you weren't nervous? You offered them $90,000 for the property, or you offered them $85,000, and the cash buyer says, "Hey, I can only buy this for $80,000," and they tell you that in front of the seller, and they basically walk out because you got it for $85,000, and then you basically have to have another conversation with the seller. Says, "Hey, Mr. Seller, I actually have to bring someone else in." Wait, I thought that was the only person you're going to bring in. How nervous would you be actually trying to bring another cash buyer into that property? you would probably be more nervous about that because you could potentially lose the deal or not. I don't know how nervous you'd be on that, but yeah, getting nervous presenting a lowball offer, it's kind of being nervous starting out. It's like, you know, dating. Like, Brianna, I'm assuming you're a woman, but for guys, especially when they're like teenagers or whatever, they're embarrassed to ask a girl out on a date, and they're like, how do I not get nervous on that? You just gotta ask enough things. It's all a numbers game. Let me pop this one up. Where is he? Let's see here. So many comments. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I think Roland said something pretty funny. I don't know what he said. He said this is all numbers game, and that is honestly the truth. So it's all a numbers game, how many you actually send out and how many you do. But it's all, honestly, it's all a numbers game. You ask enough offers, you won't get nervous. Trust me, you get cursed out a couple times. Honestly, it's scary at the beginning, but the truth is, renegotiating on a deal like that and trying to get it there, you'd be a lot more nervous. And yeah, so she says here, my first deal, I had to renegotiate the sellers down $25,000. Never want to do that again. She spelled it right. Don't forget that. But yeah, you should be way more nervous renegotiating. I never renegotiate because I get the craziest price possible. I think about like, what if I give them the craziest lowball offer possible, and at the end of that, I think about this, I'm renegotiating in the beginning. I suck it up in the beginning, and I get to enjoy the fruits of the labor at the end. And yeah. So that 100%, that's definitely how yeah, so you had this situation before. Brianna, how much money did you make on that deal? And it's truth. When you're starting out new, you're going to be nervous, but it's that nervous feeling overcoming that nervous feeling and getting the deal and renegotiating down $25,000, which pretty big. Tell me what happened with that one deal too. Did you make money on that? Did you not? Let me know. But yeah, overcoming that nervousness, and it's definitely better to get the price in the beginning than renegotiate at the end, because if they get skittish at all in the beginning there, it might not be too well. Then you probably get a higher chance of getting cursed out renegotiating than you are in the beginning offering the lowball offer. So if you're nervous, if the actual nerves are from getting cursed out, then you should be more nervous to actually get a higher price than a lower price. When I do wholesaling, I'm so scared of getting a price too high. The seller, honestly, because if I get a price too high, Rick's going to scream at me, and I don't want to get screamed at by Rick. I'm more nervous by that than anything. But so what? I'd rather get screamed at by Rick, my dad, or by a seller. Like, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm more nervous to actually not make money on a deal because I can't provide it and show you guys that I'm doing these big fat deals. So I'm more nervous actually not getting the deal than actually offering a lowball offer. But lowball is all arbitrary. What's lowball to you? If I get a deal and make 50K, lowball. So if I buy it, so if I wholesale it for the thing for the 100, I get under contract for 50. Lowball, in my opinion, is 30. So lowball is what's low in their minds, not what's in your mind. Both of your definitions of lowball is completely different. All right, so she said here, I made $5,000 on that one. 4 heirs, a buyer switch, an evicted tenant later. Holy moly! Wow. 4 heirs. I don't think you saw my live in the beginning. I do the probate with 5 heirs, but oh my gosh! I mean, 5K on that one. That's seems like a lot of work for $5,000, but it's getting you started. It's getting you on the right track, and that's honestly that's good. So keep it up. What market are you in, Brianna? Let me know. Comment below. All right, you guys are helping me get to my 2 hours. I really appreciate it. Do you have any tips on finding the best closing attorney and title company? The best part about that is, scroll down here. Roland, did you tell me what market you were in? I'm having so many comments here. I'm starting to forget. Let's see here. Wholesale. What market? Okay, you're in Atlanta. Roland, where's your market at? So that'd probably help me out with it. Okay. Oh yeah, Boston. All right, man. So Boston, dude, come on, man. That's a really good market to actually network in. So you just go to your local Boston RIA, and maybe you probably just go on Facebook, honestly, and just ask, hey, any good title companies or closings? Because they want to feel like, because me as a wholesaler, if I have a really good closing, like a closing title, closing attorney, and a really good title company, I want to tell them like, hey, I brought you this person. Like, look, I'm doing you so good. I want them to be happy at me, because then if I do them a favor, they'll do a favor to me. And that's the way you got to think about it when you're networking with people like this. So they'd love to help you out. They'll tell you a really good one. So go to Boston Real Estate Investors, Massachusetts Real Estate Investors Association physical meetings once this coronavirus is over, and do the virtual ones and see what the best title companies are. And you'll find one. Another thing, the big tip is find the top killer, like wholesaling wise, in your market, or like real estate investing one. Even find like a big guru and see who are they closing with. They probably have the best fees, and they'll probably help you out the most. I hope that answers your question. Thanks for answering my questions. Dude, it is my pleasure. I told you on this call, I am literally, all I want to do is give and help you guys become a better real estate investor before you hopped on here till after. Again, if you like and subscribe, that makes it a little better. It actually helps more people become better, because how many people are going to hop on a live here and help you in wholesaling right now on a Friday evening? I don't know many people like that. That's actually successful in this business. So I really want to help these people out. I don't think many people can do it, and it's honestly my job to help. All right, so let's see here. All right, I always try to get the fear out of me when talking to people or in person, because what's the worst that could happen? Saying no, just move on. 100%. That's what I've been preaching, man. That's what I've been preaching. Brianna is in Atlanta, Georgia. That is awesome. It's an interesting market. You know, there's definitely a lot of competition there. But if you know your area pretty well, and unfortunately, when it comes to wholesaling in Atlanta, you already have the proof of concept. You made the 5K already, which is great. So you know this business works, which you're ahead of the game, probably 80% of the people in Atlanta. Just think about that. You're probably in the top 20% of wholesalers in Atlanta, because you already are doing deals and you've made profits already on it. So think about it like that. You're top 20%. We're going to get you top 1%. Just get better and better and better. And so Boston, Massachusetts. And yeah, so let's see here. We almost had 2 hours. That's awesome. So if there's any more questions, I'm going to hit 2 hours and probably start heading out soon. But again, I've gave you my promise. Any questions you have, they will be answered right now. I said I'm going to go till 10 p.m. if I have to. But let's hit 2. I think that's pretty good. And let's see here. Yeah, comment below if you want. You can always follow me on Instagram. Flip with Zach is my personal handle. I get a lot of people asking me questions on that. So Flip with Rick is the company. We're actually the ones that we provide the coaching. We got people in our university, we provide mentorships, things like that. And that's it. So Flip with Rick. So that's Rick Ginn and Zach Ginn. So we're together here helping mentor people out all the time. And then Flip with Zach is Zach Ginn's actually taken. Some other Zach Ginn took my handle. So, you know, I thought, let's try Flip with Zach. Sounds cool. So that's actually my personal one. That's where I'll, you know, provide value on there. Get some personal ones. You'll hear me talk about things I like, you know, MMA, sports, working out, football, basketball, go Heat. So let's see here. So true. The deal is so stressful, but I learned a lot. The best teacher is really experience. I've said this a million times, and I'll say it before. You could literally spend millions of dollars with gurus and things like that. No one's going to teach you like experience. Getting actually in front of a seller, getting cursed out, or getting the deal and overcoming that challenge will help you so much. You could hire me. Like, honestly, Brianna, you could hire me $50,000 to teach you how to run a marathon. If you don't go, I can tell you what to do. But if you're not going to go out there and physically run, get the experience of running, get that actual exercise in, you're not going to be any better than if you didn't pay me the $50K to teach you how to be a good runner. You know, it's actually going out and doing it. It's okay. I don't care about the spelling. Honestly, I'm terrible at spelling too. But we hit 2 hours, guys. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds right now to put all of the questions possible in a lightning round. I'm going to go for a lightning round for as quick as possible. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I'm going to my phone here. I'm going to look at some more stats on here. Just getting some business emails here, but how many people call me too? Let me give you, let's do a minute. I'll give you a minute. Bring your questions in, and I'll do a lightning round. So I wish, see, if YouTube wasn't going to copyright me, I would do some Jeopardy music right now for the minute. But I don't really got one, so I'm going to be quiet for you guys. Think about the questions you have. Going a quick lightning round. Got 35 seconds. I'm not going to say a thing. All right, time's up, guys. All right, so let me pop up these questions here, and we'll get to it. All right, so we got one question here. I think we all got a little bit of analysis paralysis. I completely agree with that. The answer to really solving analysis paralysis per se is actually just going out and doing it. So action will beat self-doubt or thoughts like crazy. So that's one thing I could say about analysis paralysis, just going out there and doing it. But that's it, guys. I really appreciate you hopping on this live. I thank you so much for actually helping me, supporting Flip with Rick, the movement we're doing, helping people become complete real estate investors. Of course, Abdul, put in a quick one in between. I'm going to hit this lightning round real quick because I told you, can answer everything. Do you use DocuSign and close property? Because I hear a lot for wholesalers. Do you use it? I use Dotloop for virtual real estate investing. I still physically go on the appointments and get them physically signed. But hey, I use Dotloop when I want to get something virtually done. So that's it for the questions. Really appreciate it. You guys should go give me a follow on Instagram, Flip with Rick and Flip with Zach. Flip with Zach is just more personal stuff. And then Flip with Rick is actually the content and the value. And then obviously you're on YouTube. So give me a quick like and subscribe. Please hit that like button. And if you got some value, like, subscribe. And I really appreciate it, guys. I think I hit a record on comments, which is amazing. And I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I'm truly blessed to have you guys thanking and just providing value and supporting me. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Again, follow me. Like, subscribe. Thank you.